Have you ever looked at a mountain and felt as if it were watching you back? Silent, yet alive, hiding stories older than time itself? In the heart of Laguna in the Philippines stands Mount Makiling, a mountain so rich in beauty and mystery that generations of people believe it is protected by a powerful spirit. Long before modern cities and roads existed, locals whispered stories of a woman who appeared in the forests, helping the kind and punishing the greedy. Her presence was said to be felt in the rustling leaves, the sudden fog, and the fertile land that surrounded the mountain. This belief gave birth to one of the most famous legends in Philippine folklore, the story of Maria Makiling, a Diwata or mountain goddess whose beauty matched her compassion, and whose love for both nature and humanity shaped the fate of the land. Through her story, we are introduced not only to a mythical being, but also to a deeper message about respect, gratitude, and the consequences of betrayal, making the legend of Maria Makiling a timeless reminder of the bond between humans and nature. Maria Makiling is known in Philippine folklore as a Diwata, a supernatural being who serves as the guardian of Mount Makiling, a dormant volcano located between the provinces of Laguna and Batangas. She is often described as an extraordinarily beautiful woman with long, flowing hair, fair skin, and gentle eyes, dressed in simple yet elegant clothing. Some stories say she appears as a young maiden, while others describe her as an old woman, depending on her purpose. This ability to change her form symbolizes her deep connection with nature and her role as its protector. As a Diwata, Maria Makiling is not merely a mythical figure meant to entertain, but a representation of the spirit of the mountain itself, embodying its generosity, danger, and mystery. The people living near Mount Makiling believed that her presence was the reason the land was fertile, the forests were rich, and the animals thrived. Maria Makiling was known for her kindness and generosity toward humans, especially those who respected nature and lived humble, honest lives. Farmers believed that abundant harvests were signs of her blessing, and hunters who followed ethical practices claimed to receive guidance from her in the forest. She would often give fruits, vegetables, medicinal herbs, and even gold to villagers in need. However, these gifts were never meant to be exploited. Maria Makiling valued gratitude and fairness, and she expected humans to take only what they needed. Those who showed humility and respect were rewarded, while those who became greedy or arrogant faced consequences. This aspect of her character highlights an important moral lesson. Nature provides for humanity, but only when it is treated with care and respect. Despite her generosity, Maria Makiling was also known to be strict and unforgiving toward those who abused the land or deceived others. Several legends tell of travelers who disrespected the forest, cut down trees unnecessarily, or stole from the mountain. These individuals would mysteriously lose their way, fall ill, or encounter sudden storms that forced them to flee. In some versions of the story, greedy villagers who tried to hoard her gifts found that the gold she gave them turned into stones by the time they reached home. These punishments were not acts of cruelty, but warnings meant to teach people the consequences of their actions. Through these stories, the legend emphasizes accountability and the idea that nature has the power to defend itself. One of the most well-known parts of the legend of Maria Makiling involves her interactions with human suitors. Because of her beauty and kindness, many men fell in love with her, including Spanish officers, Filipino farmers, and local hunters. However, Maria Makiling did not choose her partners based on wealth, power, or appearance. Instead, she valued sincerity, loyalty, and moral character. She tested her suitors by observing their behavior, especially how they treated others and the environment. Many failed these tests due to arrogance, dishonesty, or greed. This element of the story reinforces the idea that true worth lies in character rather than status, and that moral integrity is more important than material success. Among all her suitors, there was one man whom Maria Makiling truly loved. In many versions of the legend, He is described as a simple, kind-hearted human who initially showed genuine affection for her. Maria Makiling believed that their love could overcome the boundaries between the mortal and supernatural worlds. However, despite her devotion, the man eventually chose to marry a human woman instead. Some stories say he was pressured by society, while others suggest he was tempted by wealth or social acceptance. This betrayal deeply wounded Maria Makiling, as it represented not just a broken heart, but a rejection of sincerity and trust. Her heartbreak marked a turning point in the legend. After being betrayed, Maria Makiling withdrew from human society and retreated into the depths of Mount Makiling. She stopped appearing to villagers and ceased giving gifts openly. The once gentle and visible guardian became distant and mysterious. People believed that the mountain itself changed after her disappearance, becoming more dangerous and unpredictable. Sudden landslides, volcanic activity, and lost travelers were attributed to her sorrow and anger. This transformation reflects the emotional impact of betrayal and serves as a metaphor for how broken trust can damage relationships, not only between individuals but also between humanity and nature. Despite her withdrawal, Maria Makiling did not completely abandon her role as protector. Many locals believe that she still watches over Mount Makiling, silently guarding its forests and wildlife. Strange occurrences, such as unexplained lights, voices in the forest, or sightings of a woman dressed in white, are said to be signs of her presence. Lost hikers who managed to find their way back safely often claimed they were guided by an unseen force. These stories suggest that although Maria Makiling was deeply hurt, her love for the land and its creatures remained stronger than her resentment toward humans. Her continued presence reinforces the belief that nature, though wounded, still offers protection and guidance to those who respect it. The legend of Maria Makiling also plays an important role in shaping cultural values and beliefs. It teaches respect for elders, honesty, humility, and environmental responsibility. Parents use her story to warn children about the dangers of greed and dishonesty, while teachers present her legend as an example of traditional Filipino values. The story reflects pre-colonial beliefs in nature spirits and shows how Filipinos once viewed the natural world as sacred and alive. Maria Makiling represents the harmony that once existed between humans and nature, a balance that modern society continues to struggle to maintain. In addition to its moral lessons, the legend serves as a historical reflection of social changes in the Philippines. Some interpretations suggest that Maria Makiling's heartbreak symbolizes the impact of colonization, where traditional beliefs and values were abandoned in favor of foreign influence. Her retreat into the mountain can be seen as a metaphor for the loss of indigenous culture and the consequences of forgetting one's roots. Through this lens, Maria Makiling is not just a mythical figure but a symbol of cultural identity and resistance, reminding Filipinos of the importance of preserving their heritage. Today, Mount Makiling remains a place of wonder and reverence. It is home to diverse plant and animal species and is protected as a forest reserve. The legend of Maria Makiling continues to inspire art, literature, films, and academic studies. Her story has been passed down through generations, evolving with each retelling while preserving its core message. Even in a modern world driven by technology and progress, the legend remains relevant, reminding people of the enduring connection between humans, nature, and the unseen forces that govern both. Through the detailed tales of her kindness, discipline, love, and heartbreak, Maria Makiling stands as one of the most significant figures in Philippine folklore. She is a guardian, a lover, a teacher, and a symbol of nature's power and vulnerability. The main body of her legend weaves together morality, emotion, culture, and history, making her story not just a myth, but a reflection of human values and responsibilities that continue to resonate today. In the end, the legend of Maria Makiling is more than just a story passed down through generations. It is a reminder of the delicate relationship between humanity and nature. Her kindness shows how the natural world can nurture and protect those who respect it, while her withdrawal warns of what happens when trust is broken and gratitude is forgotten. Maria Makiling stands as a symbol of love, sacrifice, and consequence, teaching us that true harmony requires responsibility, humility, and care. As Mount Makiling continues to rise over the land, her spirit lives on in every tree, every mist-covered trail, and every whisper of the wind, quietly reminding us that nature remembers how we treat it.